Okay, I am back. Hello, friends. I'm waiting for friends to join in. It's October the 26th. Normally, I have my happy face in front, but I thought I better not mess around and that I was just going to do the stamping. I just want to make sure that you can see my table okay. Please comment and see if this is going any better. Oh, hang on a minute. Now I think I might be on my personal page. Wait. Am I on my, is it good now? Okay, thank you, friends. Am I on my Stampin' for Fun Facebook page or am I doing this on my personal page? I'm in the right spot. Okay, you guys are the best. Okay. Okay, awesome. Hello. I'm not going to show my face. It's good that it looks better. I don't know what happened. So I was just saying earlier that any links you need to know, you can just go to Linktree/Stampin' for Fun. And I had done a big plug in the video that I had to delete because apparently it was sideways or portrait and not looking right, to highlight the Santa's Workshop Stamp Camp. So all the details will be here. If you click here and go to upcoming classes, you can learn all about it. Hi, Rose. But I'm excited because it's 12 different projects, all Christmas themed. We're actually using the Be Jolly stamp set, which was, incidentally, the stamp set that we used at our Team Stick get together. And I was just in the midst of showing the cards from our Team Stick monthly celebration. It's something I do for my team members, that each month we kind of have a stamping night, a stamping celebration night. And hi, Layla. Oh, I'm glad you all just stuck with me and you came back. I'm glad you can see. There was no point continuing on if you couldn't see my table, because what's the point of stamping when you can't see? Okay, so this is a sample of the Be Jolly stamp set. These are not the cards that we're doing for the Santa's workshop, but I wanted to show you the stamp set, one of the feature stamp sets that we'd be using in the Santa's workshop. I know Layla already registered for that, so I'm super excited. And I was saying earlier, it's actually an awesome class that you could have a friend register for it too, and then you could both work on the projects together, because Lori and I will send the tutorials along and you will be able to just follow along with the tutorials at your own time and at your own pace. Okay, so this is the product of the month. It's the Gilded Leafing Embellishment, and I've been playing with it all month, and I was not an expert before I did these Tuesday at Twos, but that's actually why I wanted to do it, because I knew that getting on here and sharing projects with you would help me to learn the product better and would help me to feel more comfortable with the product. So if you guys remember, we had our first card. I think this was the first one that I showed, the first week of October. So each week I kind of do a different project using the product of the month, and you see how I gave just some background elements, just an extra bling, using the Gilded Leafing. Okay, so that was on the first week, first Tuesday in October. Second Tuesday in October, we did this card, and I showed how you can use the Gilded Leafing just to do a little bit of highlight here. Okay, so that was the second week of October. And then last week, I showed how you could use the Gilded Leafing as sort of a background effect, using stamping with a background stamp, using Versamark and pouring heat and stick powder to create that adhesive backing, and then pouring the Gilded Leafing on top. So those were our three cards. So I'm excited to share the fourth card with you. Another way to use Gilded Leafing. So I'll tell you a story, right? So I just keep thinking about this, like, what else can I do with this? What other ways can I play, besides the ways that I already showed you? So I'll tell you what doesn't work if you're at all interested. I actually was thinking, like, okay, Gilded Leafing needs embellishment to stick. So I was like, oh, I have this great idea. I'm going to use the adhesive sheets. I'm going to die cut something with the adhesive sheet, peel it off, and that sticky residue will be there and I'll pour this on and it'll be great. But it doesn't work actually. So in case you were thinking of using the adhesive sheets for a detailed image, like let me see, do I have here? Yeah. See, I cut out this like really detailed die. This is from, I think, the Artistic Impressions or whatever. And but the way this adhesive works, it's like kind of stringy, if that makes sense. So when I kind of peeled it off, the glue, like I thought that the adhesive sheet adhesive would carry the same shape as the die cut, but it did not. It was kind of goopy, gluey, kind of random blotches. So it doesn't work. So just so you know, my brilliant idea didn't work. So I was like, what else can I do with these flakes? And then I started thinking about dry embossing. So I took this embossing folder. Let me get all the pieces ready because I thought, what a pretty embossing folder. What can I do with this? So let's dive into today's project. We'll cut out all the pieces we need. And the thing about gilded leafing, it's so gold, so it has such a warm tone to it that I wanted to use kind of a warm color. I decided to go with the Merry Merlot. I am not a wine drinker myself, but there you go, Merlot. Oh, here, this sheet might be fine. So this is going to be our card base. It should be 5.5 by 4.25. Oh, sorry, 5.5 by 8.5 is our card base. I'm just going to score it at 4.25. Okay. Hi, Carmen. Oh, so I forgot. I think that's the video that got deleted earlier. I did announce the winners from those of you who commented and shared my video last week. So Rita B was the winner for last week, and I think the week before I forgot to announce it. It was Gail Gail Thomas. So I will send you guys a little prize in the mail. Rita, I know I have Gail's address, but Rita, I don't know for sure if I have yours. I have to check. I'm just cutting a little layer here that's 4 inches by 5.25. So everybody keep commenting. It makes me feel less lonely when I'm stamping. And even if you're watching the replay, I do love to read your comments. So I cut this at 4 inches by 5.25 inches. And what I'm going to do is I am going to use this embossing folder called Time Worn Type. I think it gives a nice sort of vintage, warm kind of look. So I'm going to go ahead and emboss that. Let me get my cut and emboss machine. One of my children was helping me with class prep, and so the cut and emboss machine is over here. Hopefully you can hear me okay still because I've got my little earbud things in. Okay, so let me get my machine and oh, you know what, Laura? I just read Laura's comment. She says she's working and just having my voice in the background and how working from home can be isolating. I totally get that. You're not actually the first person. You're not the first person to tell me that sometimes they listen to my videos just to have kind of another voice in the background. So I'm glad I can offer this service. Okay, so I'm going to just emboss this, dry emboss it. Okay, and then we'll open it up, and I want you to see this neat effect of this embossing folder. See how it just gives kind of almost like it's like from an ancient ruins or something, right? Like, so if we were to go to a winery, like we're using this color, Merry Merlot, which makes me think of wine. If we were to go to a winery, it's like we're down in the cellar, and I don't know. I just really like that. So that is that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to distress the edges a bit. And vintage, yeah, like a vintage feel. So I'm going to distress it. I did the same on this card. Do you remember how I distressed the edge? So I'm going to do the same here, just using my paper snips, the edges of my paper snips. Oh yeah, I love the embossing folders too. And the thing is, it's just so hard to show their beauty when you're looking on the online store or on the like computer screen or on the catalog. It really helps to like, that's why I'm glad you guys are tuning into the video, because at least that helps a bit better. Of course, it's a lot better even if you see it in person. So if you guys take any of my classes, I do usually pre-emboss everything for you. And if you want to get these cards pre-cut for you, all these ones that I've been showing all month, all you have to do is place an online order on my online store, minimum $60 order, and I will cut and emboss these things for you and send them your way, all pre-cut in envelopes. Okay, so I just kind of created sort of a bit of a distressed edge there, and we'll go ahead and I think we'll just stick it right on to the card base. Okay, so there is like a top and a bottom, like it is possible to put this upside down. So just look at the words carefully and just make sure you have it going the right way. Okay, so I think we can go ahead and adhere that down. Put this over here. Okay. So yeah, we're almost at the end of the month, so it's sort of the last chance to place your online order and get these cards for free. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to take some very vanilla cardstock. This is very vanilla thick. Let's see. I have like scrap paper all over the place. So, and I'm going to cut this at, here's my paper trimmer. I'm going to cut it at 2 inches by 4 inches. Okay. And this is the element that we're going to apply some of the gilded leafing to. Okay, 4 inches by 2 inches. We could probably even go narrower, but okay. And then I'm going to use an embossing folder again, so you get to see a different design. This is one of our little mini embossing folders. It comes in a 2-pack. The Meadow Moments embossing folders. You get this like butterfly floral one, and you get this like falling leaves effect, which I think is very pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and emboss that. Okay. I'm trying to get as many of the leaves as I can. Okay, I'm just going to stick it in there, and then we'll get our cut and emboss buddy again and pop this in here. Okay, so we're just going to roll it out. And the pressure as it goes through is what is going to create the dry embossed effect. Okay, so you really do need the tool, the cut and emboss machine, to kind of create the effect. There we go. Okay, so I think we are, oh, I may as well, while I have the cut and emboss machine, I am going to cut another, oh, maybe I'll bring it back after. Let's do the gilded leafing part in the meantime. Okay, so I actually want to kind of place this across here, but I want to put the gilded leafing on this embossed portion. So I tried a few things, but I finally settled on this glue. Now the problem with this glue is when it dries, it doesn't dry tacky. It dries like dry. There's no tackiness left to it. So if you use this to adhere your gilded leafing, you have to work fast while it's still wet. But the reason why I chose this instead of this one, even though this does kind of have a fine point, this is even more of a fine point. So, because I just wanted to apply on these little embossed portions. So what I'm going to do is get this little container here. You remember last week I finally let it explode into the container? Oh, it's so funny. Philippa came to technique class in person on Saturday. She's like, when I'm watching you, it's like you're afraid of the leafing. Don't be afraid of it. Just show it who's boss. And I'm like, you're so right. It's because I like wanted to use it and I was so ginger with every piece because it like floats away and flies away so easily. Um, but yeah, I'm not going to be afraid now. I have it in this container. We're just going to use it. We're going to let it. If I had a little one of those dust busters, it would be great. Okay, so what I'm going to do, we're going to work quickly here to apply the leafing. So that's a tip from Philippa, by the way, faithful watcher of my Tuesday at 2s. Her tip is to not be afraid of the gilded leafing. So I'm going to apply really quickly this. It's a very runny sort of liquid glue, and I'm putting it on the embossed portions of this. So actually, it probably would be okay if you did part of it and then did part of it later. I'm going to see if I can work really fast and remember, with gilded leafing, nothing is really that exact, so it's okay if it sticks to other parts. Like it's not the end of the world, right? We're just being a little artsy, a little vintage, we're just having fun. And I hope you're having fun with me on Tuesday. I love that you guys join in. So many of you join in live. Make sure you share with your friends so they can join in on Tuesdays too and get a little crafty inspiration. Okay, so there we go. Now this glue is really, really runny. So I'm trying to just kind of keep it on the leaves if I can. But again, it dries quickly, so okay, we're going to just go ahead and pop it on. Not be afraid. Okay, we can go ahead and pop it on. Okay, okay, so I'm hoping that it is going to stick to the places where I put the adhesive right onto the embossed part. If it doesn't, oh well. It's still going to have this awesome golden effect, which is going to be very fun. Okay, so we're just sticking that on there. Okay. It's soft. It's not harsh at all. Okay. Maybe I put too much glue. We'll see. Okay. And then you can kind of just brush it off. And we hope that the pieces just stick to the embossed portion. Again, I only did this once and it turned out fine on my sample card, but we shall see. Okay, you can rub it. I found my toothbrush, by the way, last week. The big drama was that I couldn't find the toothbrush. No, I'm pretty sure it's not edible. Pretty sure it's not edible. Not meant to be edible. I don't know if it says if it's toxic or non-toxic. We can check the jar. Okay. 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 Oh, there's a little piece of something stuck underneath here. Okay. So we're trying to see if it sticks to our embossed portion. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay. So a little rough because I think it was a little runny, the glue. But, oh, whoa, whoa. But see how we're using the raised up embossed portion to just kind of accent it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's a little rough looking, a little more rough than my other sample, but we'll keep going and I'll show you the other one. So let's see, we missed this little part here. Let's see if we can do a little bit. So I think my tip is to not let it be quite so runny. And then we'll pop that on there. Okay, and then we can brush it off. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I kind of made the embossed portion a little leafy. There we go. A little golden, a little leafy. Okay, see that? Oh, so golden. So beautiful. Okay, let's finish up our card. So I think it would be cool to even try like a bigger embossing folder that has like way more design and kind of do the whole thing golden. I think that would be cool. But I wasn't sure if I wanted that whole thing. Okay, there we go. So we can apply this at the bottom. See, if we hadn't put this gold, I mean, it would have been fine too, but it just kind of makes it pop up there. Okay, there we go. I know it's hard to see on the camera, but it's dry embossed and the raised up portions have sort of this golden effect on it. And then what we're going to do is let's stamp our little saying. I'm going to use this stamp set called Christmas to Remember. It's part of the Painted Christmas Suite. And I think I don't know which saying I really want to go with here. Maybe, may this be a Christmas to remember and cherish, maybe? Oh, it's already here. Okay, there we go. I already put it on a block. I'm outsmarting myself. And we're going to use, of course, the coordinating Mary Merlot ink pad to get that nice, rich wine color. Okay. And then I will die cut it with our layering circles dies. So the layering circles dies, I'm assuming everybody has them by now, but if you don't, they are a must-have. Okay, because you get the scalloped circles, you get the non-scalloped circles in all different sizes. So much versatility. Definitely put that on your list if you don't have it. Okay, and then we'll die cut that out with our cut and emboss machine. And then also wanting to cut out, because I don't know, I've got like this balancing thing, because we've got gold on the card, we got to have gold somewhere else. But when I was thinking where to put the gold, and then I remembered we have some gorgeous gold shimmer vellum. So I had to incorporate that on the card as well. So let me cut it out. Okay, and let me find the gold shimmer vellum. Do I have it here? Yes. Okay, so again, I don't know how good it shows on the camera, but it's still better than looking at it in the catalog. Can you see how there's sort of a like a shimmer to it? Okay, so I thought it might be fun to use that, and I'm going to die cut a label that'll coordinate really nicely with our circle. In that same kind of suite, the Painted Christmas Suite, we have these seasonal label dies. There's all kinds of like labels. So I'm grabbing this one here, and I'm going to cut out a label from the gold shimmer vellum, which again, another perfect item to put on your shopping list. If you joined late and you missed me telling you, my October online ordering special this month is that I will cut and include envelopes for you for all the cards that I showcased this month in October. So, oh, they're here on my table somewhere. I'll show them later. Okay, but see how that works really nicely with the circle, I think? Yeah, the vellum is really nice. See that? And so I felt that that kind of highlighted some of this gold effect on the embossed portion of the card. Okay, so I think we're done with this. We can move this out of the way. Okay, and unfortunately we don't have any Mary Merlot ribbon, so that was a bit sad. But we have this really nice ribbon. I don't think it's Mary Merlot. It's probably more of the Cherry Cobbler, but I thought we could get away with it. Although I think it's sold out currently, so you might not even be able to get it. Yes, it's Cherry Cobbler and gold. But look at that. Isn't that awesome? I'm just going to take just a tiny piece of that to just sneak behind here so that we can bring out that gold and the richness. Okay, so let me pop that down. Okay, there we go. And just some dimensionals to pop it up. Okay, and then again, never hurts to have a little bling bling. So the holiday rhinestones have all different kinds of colors. There's kind of like a rich kind of red color and kind of a yellowy color, and there's blues and greens in these holiday rhinestones, but I'm going to take the red ones here. And just, yeah, you were saying, Sarah, that the dimensionals would be nice on this? Yeah. Okay, so that is our experiment with embossing folders and the gilded leafing. So that is, oh, here's the other one I did where I didn't pile quite as much. See? So I think this time I was a little heavy-handed on that liquid glue because I was so afraid that it was going to dry too quickly. Because you see on this one, it did dry kind of quickly and I didn't get as much. Okay, so I guess it just depends how much glue you put on, how quickly you work. Okay, but it's another way to use the gilded leafing. So if I have them here, these were our 4 cards using the Gilded Leafing Embellishment this month. This is the one we did today. You like the newer one better with more gold? Yeah. You like the more shiny one? Okay, see, this is more subtle. If you kind of apply less of the glue and you know, part of it dries a little bit, then it's not as, this is a little bit more. This is the first one we did, right? Second one, and then, oh, that fancy background one that we did last week. So if you want me to cut, well, I wouldn't cut 2 of these, but if you want me to cut and prep, basically getting a free class in the mail, all you have to do is place a minimum $60 order on my online store using the host code that is listed on my blog. Each month I have a specific code for the online ordering special. And all you have to do to shop online is just head to this website and click the browse and shop button. It should take you directly to my online store. And but anytime you want to shop, you can always give me a call because I'm happy to help. Um, and I am putting, for those of you who live locally, I am putting in a group order tonight or tomorrow. So if you don't mind picking up your order, sometimes you can save a little bit in shipping, depending how much you're ordering. So it is a great time now to stock up on the things that you want for making holiday cards, holiday treat packets. Just a reminder that the paper pumpkin for November are super cute. holiday themed treat packets. So you have until November 10th to get that. So contact me if you need help with that. So let me flip my camera around so you can see my face again. Sorry about all the technical difficulty we had getting started, but hopefully we're finishing up okay, and that you still got inspired with the card. Oh, you're welcome, Layla. I'm glad you guys like that. So next month will be a new month. We'll be into November. I can't believe how fast time is going. So there'll be a new product of the month next week in November. So make sure to tune in next week and find out what I'll be showcasing all month long. And I am happy to share stamping with you. So I appreciate your comments, your connection, just being here with me, and feel free to connect with me anytime. Now is the time if you want to do Christmas shopping, buy Christmas gifts, lots of kits out there. Get the supplies you need for your own holiday crafting. And as well, now's also the season for socializing. I say socializing in quotations because we're all in sort of different stages of socializing in the country. But I offer Stampin' Socials virtually or in person, and I would love to customize something for you and your friends. So I'm so happy to share with you. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next week on Tuesday around 2 p.m. Thanks for dropping in. Bye.